And Ethiopia, the federal government, is involved in a second conflict in the north of the country following the defeat of the rebels in Tigray. It's fighting against former allies, in fact, self-defense groups in the Amhara region. A short while ago, I spoke to Tewodrose Tirfe from the Amhara Association of America, an organisation that advocates on behalf of the Amhara people. And I asked how fierce the conflict is in the Amhara region.
What ensued from there was really the beginning of the armed conflict between the Amhara people and Abiy's military. The far majority of the Amhara Regional Special Forces joined the Fanos and began to defend their community against Abiy military. Right now, as we speak, there is active fighting in almost every part of the Amhara region. There has been numerous drone attacks by the military against Amhara civilians. Hospitals have been shut down because of the pressure from the military. There are numerous crimes against humanity that's been committed by the military, including rapes, extrajudicial killings. Tens of thousands of Amharas across the country, not just in the Amhara region, have been rounded up and put in what really amounts to a concentration camp where communicable diseases are now rampant and killing these individuals. What is incredible to note, though, is the resilience of the Amhara people and the Fano freedom fighters. The Fanos now control majority of the areas within the Amhara region. They are administering these areas.
And not just control areas militarily. From reports we're reading, the Fano are attempting to set up an administration, almost a parallel state.
It's actually really not a parallel state. There is actually no functioning government in the Amhara region, has not been since April. So the Fanos are actually administering majority of the areas within the Amhara region. The Abiy military went in and can try to control the large cities. They're still fighting in some areas of Gondar city, as of last week in Bahardar city, the capital. So they have been actually been pretty vigilant in defeating his forces. So that's why Abiy has resorted to using the drones and the Air Force, because he is losing on the ground.
Where do you think this is heading? Are there large numbers of Amhara people who would push for independence from Ethiopia, or do they just want more autonomy in controlling their affairs?
This is not about an autonomy or independence from Ethiopia. Amharas are proud Ethiopians. They're proud of their Ethiopian identity, their Ethiopian nationality, their Ethiopian culture, and their Ethiopian heritage. What this is trying to end a genocide that has been committed by Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed against the Amhara people, which started in his home region of Oromia. Nearly 2 million, actually over 2 million Amharas now have been ethnically cleansed from Oromia region, from which Abiy Ahmed comes from. And hundreds of thousands of Amharas in Addis Ababa have been displaced from Addis Ababa and pushed into Amhara region. So what Amharas are trying to do is stop this genocide, political subjugation, and remove Abiy Ahmed once and for all, and finally have justice and accountability for the crimes that have been perpetrated against them for nearly 70 years by successive governments.
Some very strong views there from Tewodrose Tirfe from the Amhara Association of America.
We have reached out to the Ethiopian government for a response to the allegations that you just heard in that interview that a genocide is being committed against people in the Amhara region. We are yet to get a response, but the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has defended military action in the region before. He said that it's for the sake of the multinational unity of Ethiopia and believes that rebel movements are a threat to Ethiopia's integrity.